Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. What's going on? Welcome to your Friday night update. It's a little bit of a late one, but it's okay because we're in for some action this evening. Well, with all the news, with all the pumps that have been going on, the GME stock, looking at Doge, of course, that was the course of today, and now BTC. So as far as I understand it, Mr. Elon Musk just put BTC in his bio, and lo and behold, another pump starts. But we're going to see where this is going to go, where it's at, what can we expect from BTC, and where we can see this going. So without further ado, of course, before we start, give us a like, hit the subscribe button if you can, and of course, tick the little bell if you want to stay updated on all of our goodies tonight. Be a short and sweet one this evening, but that's fine nonetheless. What we're looking at with BTC, we've smashed through this level of supply, and of course the next one above it now, and I'm looking at the one at 40k, and it seems like a little bit of I hate to say the M word, but it's a little bit preempted, if I should say it that way, with some FOMO pumps coming in, and to market's a volatile place at the moment. But if we're going to see BTC go anywhere with the break of these two levels of supply, I'd be looking at the next one at 40k. It's a little bit volatile at the moment, so trade at your own risk, of course, and don't be afraid to take profit if you are in profit, and looking at levels above us to really scale out of positions if you see fit, and of course protect your capital at the same time. But if we're looking at BTC, there's a couple of levels that I'm looking at right now, and of course that 40k supply is one of them, and I'll be looking at this level here as well, which is 39, pretty much 39 bang on for BTC. So we've gone from around 31 to about 38 at the moment tonight, and we could be seeing that 39.40k by the end of the evening into tomorrow morning. We're at 13% up at the moment. 37,800 is where we're sitting at right now, but trade with caution. If I'm to say anything, I take the same approach that I do with the Doge fiasco earlier today, and trade with caution, and of course don't be afraid to take profits if you are in this market. If not, it's probably not the best time to jump in. You wouldn't jump in on a FOMO or a pump of this nature, but you'd be looking for levels underneath us to really gauge if you are willing to jump in. And if you're trading on the smaller time frames, of course, use your stop losses and everything like that in that sort of fashion. But in any case, looking at the top at 39, and of course 40k if we're to continue this run to the upside. And if we are unsustained, if this becomes a big wick scenario after this movement is done, of course, then we should see BTC back at around 35k, where we've got a lot of support sitting there, and that would be a retest of our level of supply that we did break through. Of course, if we do close above this one, there's still 2.5 hours to go roughly. It would be telling to see, and it would be a little bit disappointing to see this pump just fizzle out and become a big wick, and I wouldn't take that too seriously if it does, and I'd be still looking at a bias towards the downside if we get that huge wick. I'm not saying we're going to, not saying that at all. However, I'm just calling it as I see it. Still 2 hours to go with this candle, so we'll see what happens with this over the course of this evening. Into Ethereum, not moving in the same sort of fashion. Of course, that wasn't the target of the Twitter update, I should call it that, this evening. So looking like we are getting stuck around this 1380 level for ETH, and if I do nip up and fix up this level of supply here just to the green candle on the top of the pivot, we are seeing that we are very nicely bouncing off that 1400 level for Ethereum. Not so much more to see above that. If we are to close above this level, we'd be looking for levels above at the negative 27, and of course moving downwards from here, we'll be looking towards that 38.2 again for a second touch at that level for Ethereum. Last one to have a look at tonight, like I said, I'll keep it nice, short and sweet, is the DXY. Not doing a whole lot since we've been looking at it all week. it really is just getting stuck at this 23.6 and not creating any higher highs in terms of the left-hand side that we're seeing. So we're seeing a resistance level sitting above at around 90.80 or 90.80, should I say, and it's not, it's not looking like it's going to push that level immediately. With all this money being flown around in the market, very volatile, it's not surprising that we're not seeing the DXY move in either direction. A lot of it's being thrown around at the moment, and I'd be looking for either this supply to be tested or, of course, coming back down and shooting for our 50 and 61 if we are to break towards the downside for the DXY. But it's not clear to me in which direction we are going to go. So I'm not going to make too much of an assumption on our market direction for the DXY. But if we are to move above, I'm looking at that 91. If we are to move down, I'm looking at that 50. But that really concludes our update for this evening. BTC, make sure you take profit if you are in BTC. Of course, you can't go broke taking profit. Don't date it, just trade it. As I say in the Discord, of course, I'm Ads from Unity Trading Group. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to all the new subscribers that we've gotten over the past week or so, even the past couple of months. It's been fantastic here on the channel. But I really need to express this caution. Just watch the volatility, of course, and trade it safe. Catch you later.